Hi there traders, this is Matt Krupski here with your weekly options beat here on Tuesday, March the 21st. This week we have a couple options coming off. We have grain options, of course, coming off on Friday, as well as treasury options coming off on Friday. So I did look into the grain options. We have April grain options coming off. Unfortunately, not a lot of open interest there. In the corn, we've got 170,000 in April open interest, versus looking at about 240,000 in May. Soybeans, we're looking at only 80,000 in open interest versus about 210,000 in May. Wheat, we've got 50,000 in open interest coming off versus already 125,000 open interest in May. So as far as why we look at open interest and why we do these studies, it's because as we get closer to expiration, the hedging activity that goes on to hedge these options as their deltas change more quickly and their other Greeks change more quickly, it can move the markets. Now with these smaller open interest, the chances of having large moves are less great. So looked at the open interest in the grain complex, it's just not big enough to use for any anticipatory moves. So on the flip side, on the bonds, we do have quite a significant open interest. 400,000 of the April options are coming off. Contrast that with only 180,000 open interest in May. So there is a significant amount of open interest in the 30-year bonds that come off on Friday. Looking at the graph here, red line is kind of where we started the day, right around 149. The calls are in blue, puts are in orange. And you can see we're kind of right in a sweet spot right now. Most of the calls are out of the money with us trading right around 149. You look at about 90% of the calls are out of the money and about just under 80% of the puts are out of the money. So that being said, it doesn't look like we're going to have a big move either way. You can see there's a big line at the 148 line and the 150 line. We should, I would think, stay bound between those two numbers. So getting above 150 puts some of those calls in the money. Getting below 148 puts a lot more of those puts in the money. I wouldn't expect us to go either direction there. Now that being said, as I record this video, we just recently started to sell off kind of hard in the stock markets, put a little bit of bid into the bonds, but I would expect us to be bound on the upside by that 150 level and on the downside that 148 level. So traders looking to take advantage of it, I would be looking to sell up around 150 and 48 level just going into the end of this week. Any questions, please give me a buzz or shoot me an email. Happy to discuss options, futures, any of these markets with you. And as always, remember that these are my thoughts, not those of ADM Investor Services, or Archer Financial Services. Thanks and have a great day.